As you can see, my ceiling is mostly done. It's over halfway done. I thought I would take the time this morning to do an in the workshop, but focus on my wooden vise here. I didn't get to it last year. I had a lot of comments on the video, nearly 1,000. It is at this time my most popular video. It has 1.3 million views. It gets roughly 87,000 views per month, so there's still a lot of interest in the project. The most common comment on the project was, why did I use softwood? Why didn't I use hardwood? And the fact is that I didn't have hardwood boards enough to do this at the time. I just came out here one morning. This is a project that I was thinking about for a long time, and I just came out and I started making it. That's one of the things that people do. They tend to study, or they kill the project before they get going because they look around and they say, well, I don't have that and I don't have that. And I don't know if it's making excuses to not do it, or if they actually think that they actually need these things before they can do it. Forget all that. Just go out and do it. Grab whatever you have. Don't kill it before you get going by overanalyzing it. There has to be a specific name for that type of condition where you focus in on unimportant details to the point where you don't actually do anything. So I had no shortage of comments from people saying that it's a toy and that it's weak and that, you know, it's just for show. And they watched the video, and that's as far as they go. I've used the vise over and over again since I built it. It's actually one of the most used tools in my shop now. It's at the right height, it's the right size. I can clamp almost anything in here securely. I mean, I can lift the workbench with this piece of wood if I could, if I was that strong, with it clamped in the jaws of this. The top comment on the video was regarding the lead screw that I use for it. I use a scaffold leg. I could have used just common threaded rod. I chose to use this because it was something that I was thinking about for a while. I saw those scaffold legs and I said, geez, those would make nice lead screws for a vise. Another common question is, how strong is it? How does it compare to, say, a metal vise? Well, there's really not much of a comparison between wood and metal. They're both materials. They both have, you know, yield points where they will break, but for wood it's a lot lower. So yes, this vise is a lot less strong than a metal vise, but those, you know, strengths are relative. It depends on what you want to do with the vise. If you're working on steel parts where you have to clamp it in the vise and then try to bend it or something like that, obviously this is not going to work for you. If you're just trying to hold those parts so that you can cut it or shape it or do something like that, then this vise is strong enough. As you can see, it doesn't have any problem doing a little bit of crushing action. That'll give you an idea of the holding power of the vise. That's where it's going to excel, holding stuff. Now, there have been a few people that have built this vise from the plans that are available on my website. The plans were recently updated with more detail, and you can find those there as well. I'm going to put a link in the description of this video. If you build one, I would really like to see it and hear about it. You can post pictures on the website forum. There'll be a link to that in the description as well.